Hi, this is Trey Pastor. As promised in my vlog this morning, I also watched The Shallows, starring Blake Lively. Uh, this movie came out earlier this year, I believe. Okay, so this is my review for The Shallows. Okay, I've been wanting to see this. I saw the trailer. I was interested in it. Okay, and basically this is a story of Nancy, played by Blake Lively. She's a med student who takes a break to go down to Mexico on vacation with a friend, and she wants to go to the secluded beach where her mother, who's they show you pictures of she's looking at pictures on her phone of her mother when who privately surfed there when she was pregnant with her. Okay, and so she decided she wants to go down and take a break from med school and go down there and relive that experience that her mother had. Of course, and she's from Texas, and she goes down there with a friend, and of course, but her friend apparently gets really sick and has to stay back. So she goes by herself to the down to the beach and gets driven there, and she's surfing on her own. And she runs into a few fellow surfers there, and they're talking and stuff. And then of course they go away, but then she's there by herself. And then of course she sees a what appears to be a giant rock, and she goes to it, of course, but it's not a rock. It's actually a whale that's been killed, and actually been killed. And of course, then she, as you could probably figure out from the from the trailer and stuff, she runs into a shark, and basically it's a fight for her life from that point on. Okay, this was a nice thriller, really, and it's only like I think this movie's only like 80 minutes or so. I think only like 80 minutes, so not that long. So is it 80 minutes? Hold on, let me see something. Just want to make sure I'm right. I think this movie is about 80 minutes. Uh, no, about 86 minutes. Yeah, about 86 minutes. But this movie kind of gets right to the point. She goes on there, and you can tell she has things on her mind. She's, like I said, she takes a break from medical school, and you can tell from the sweet conversation she has with her. She calls her family and talks to her father. That she's kind of, there's issues there. But of course, we don't know the basics. She's in the fight of her life. Okay, she gets attacked by the shark, and she basically has to try to survive. And it's a really, to me, I liked it. It was a nice thriller, even though I know sharks don't act the way the shark acts in this movie. You have to kind of suspend your belief with the way the shark acts in this movie, because we know in real life sharks don't act that way. But but for the movie, you go with it. And I thought Blake Lively did a great job. This person trying to basically survive. After being attacked and trying to survive, and basically she's kind of stranded on this rock in the middle of the ocean. About 200 yards from the shore, but the shark is circling, and she basically has to survive. She's bleeding out, and she has to survive the best way. And of course, there's other characters in this movie which I don't want to spoil that kind of factor into it. I mean, basically, she's the star of the movie, but there's other characters, peripheral characters, that factor in this movie. And like I said, it's a nice thriller, even though, like I said, you have to kind of suspend your belief with the way the shark acts. Even though we know in real life sharks don't act that way, but for the movie, I thought it worked. I thought Blake Lively did a good job as this person who's she has to use her medical training to basically to survive. And the attacks with the shark, I thought the sharks were cool. The attacks with the sharks and her, trying to outthink the shark and survive. I thought it was really well done. Like I said, so you have to kind of suspend your belief with the way the shark acts, as we know in real life. Sharks don't act that way, but I think you got some good action sequences in there with her basically trying to survive the shark and try to keep her sanity while she's trying to survive. Okay, and I thought Blake Lively did a good job with this, and I thought it was well directed, and I thought it was well good. So again, this is no Jaws, but I thought it was well done and worth worth watching. Okay, so overall, I'd have to give this movie a 7.5. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Again, because we know the sharks don't act this way, so even though I kind of have to hand wave that off, it's still I found it was entertaining. And like I said, it's like 86 minutes, so it moves and it doesn't drag out. Okay, and the things that happen in the movie, like I said, we know sharks don't act that way, but I thought the way that they made the shark act in the movie was well done, and the sequences were real done. And Blake Lively did a really great job with the part, even though we know things in real life wouldn't work that way. But for this movie, for what it is, it's entertaining, and I found it entertaining. So I'm going to give it a 7.5. Okay, so anyway, let me know what you think of Shallow. Have you seen it? What do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. And if you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.